I have enjoyed your teaching lecture. Thank you. I have two questions for you. What is the purpose of the biblical numerics? Well, numerics, everything in its place and order, rightly dividing the word. God utilizes numerics not as a religion, but 18 is bondage. This is why he said, what happens to those 18 people that the Tower of Siloam fell on? Were they bigger sinners? No, they were just in the wrong place. And here's this woman that is bound for 18 years, and he healed her. That's bondage, okay? So he uses that. It is a way of teaching, and good it is, but don't ever make a religion out of it. Many of the acrostics, you have to use numbers and lines to understand that. So it's a very common way of teaching. I have come to understand that in our spiritual bodies, no one or no thing can harm us except God himself. Is this correct? Not really. No, not at all. Just because you're in a spiritual body, if you still have a mortal soul, and this is why Satan will be released a short season at the end of the millennium. You can still be had, okay? You can be harmed a great deal by Satan and the people that follow him, just because you're in a spiritual body. This is why Paul made it very simple. He said, this body must put on the spiritual body, but this soul must put on immortality. That means deathlessness. Our bodies are fragile. They're perishable. And so we need to put on the spirit body, which is not fragile and is not perishable. But the sad part is, the main thing is mortal and immortal. That's your soul. A lot of people will have a spiritual body and they'll still be spiritually deader than a hammer. Okay? But who knows? If they had no opportunities to know truth, we'll teach them in the millennium. And it will be, whether people like it or not, a great time of salvation. That's why it's written in Revelation chapter 20, verse 5, that the rest of the dead must remain dead. That means spiritually dead until they're tested by Satan when he's released a short season, and that God's elect will teach. That means giving them an opportunity to hear truth with Christ. Harold from